Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live or post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, links are below in the description to our Discord along with our free options trading group on Facebook. Whoa! And don't forget to go mute things when you go live because things like that happen. Anyways, crazy. Happy Wednesday. How's everyone doing? What's going on today? Health Rebel, if you're here right now, say what up. Jeff, Health Rebel. What's going on? What do you think of Walgreens? Oh, we can definitely cover that. Squids, what's going on? How about this? Dan, do you prefer Dan or Daniel? Because I know on YouTube it says Daniel, but on Discord it says Dan. So let me know. At me. Yeah, so Ariana, what's going on? Smoking a J after dealing with kids all day. Oh, man. Okay, you prefer Daniel? Okay, I'm with it. Don't want to insult you. Yeah, so before we get into it, last couple days just been really busy for me. I actually haven't. I've done one trade this week, and it was on Walmart today, which I'll cover. Tan sick day. Sorry to hear. Hope you're feeling better. And so Monday I was gone all day. Yesterday I was gone all day. It's been snowing, single digits here. I mean, things are bad. You know. Buffett's gonna fund the Walgreens buyout. I didn't hear that. I thought they were. I thought Walgreens was being bought out by KKR. I didn't hear about the Buffett deal. But yeah, one thing that I do notice when I don't trade every day, or if I'm not looking at the charts every day, you kind of feel a little bit of like a disconnect where you know what's going on, but you don't want to just like go in and make a bad trade, because I find like the longer that time goes on that you don't make a trade, the more prone you are to just like, oh, I'll just place a trade here, I'll just place a trade here and make a mistake. So then, for me, I find that's better not to place a position until you know for sure. And for me, like, also always kind of like testing the waters for that. So that's why I did sell some premium on Walmart. So we'll see how they do tomorrow. They're gonna borrow from Buffett. I don't know if I want to owe Buffett money. He would definitely come at you if you default. But yeah, what's going on right now? We got CSCO earnings right now. CSCO, I was actually looking to sell some premium on CSCO, but I decided against CSCO, mainly because the expected move was $2. So it was about, and it's already moved all the way down to 45. Well, it looks like it's coming back on the conference call a little bit here. Yo, Boris, what's going on? If you're here right now, say what up. If you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. J-Rob. So CSCO, I was actually looking, right now it's in range. I was actually looking on CSCO here. I might even have my order on here. Oh, no, I don't. But basically, I was looking at the 46.5 and the 51, kind of straddling the one standard deviation there. And I was looking at, but I was only, at the time it was like 22 cents, and it was gonna cost like $4 in fees, and it was only expected to move $2.63, and now we're here, at 46. It actually went down to 45. We've definitely been testing that, so I'm glad that I didn't put that trade on. So when you're doing an earnings trade, you always have you can't just go in all willy-nilly and start selling premium or buying premium, whatever your goal is. You can't just go into these trades. So you kind of have to line it up, and really honestly, CSCO wasn't working out, and so I'm glad I didn't sell any premium in there. got paid by Disney. Eric, nice. I think a lot of people. I was honestly. We'll talk about Disney now. Disney had gas today. I wonder how many companies. Yeah, I mean, there was somebody. Actually, I'll pull this up here. I don't know if he's here right now. Whoa. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Okay, so I don't know if he's here right now. Probably not, but so I don't know. DT, if you're here, say what up. Looks like he had 2,000%, 2,500% gainer on here. He bought 33 contracts for 21 cents, and they were. I don't know if he sold or not. It doesn't say if he sold. This is still showing an open position. Maybe he sold right after, but. Went from 21. Anyways, he went from 21 cents up to 5.50. There was a lot of people. Moon Doogie, I don't know if you're here right now, but he went from 32 cents up to $1.96. I just who's this? This is Black Pearl. He went from 90 cents to 4.50. So I mean, people got paid. I just didn't trade because I've been out of the loop. And honestly, for Disney. You know, what I was looking at on Disney, and before they released the news, it was looking like it was going to head that way. I just stayed out entirely. I thought we were going to maybe try to retest like the 135 area on Disney. But I mean, whew. I mean, I think this is the biggest candle. I think, JDM, what's going on? I think this is the biggest candle Disney has probably ever seen. I mean, I've looked back in his charts, and I think this is the biggest candle that Disney has ever seen. Bob got paid. You guys got paid today. I like to hear that. Wonder how many companies Buffett could buy up after the market tanks. Squids, I don't fully understand selling premium. Yeah, I'll go over some premium. And yeah, I definitely think so. CNBC did put an article out here. Okay, so they're estimating that Disney Plus is going to be between 60 million and 90 million subscribers by 2024. They did say that they did get 10 million signups in the first day. I will say I think they're saying that they have 10 million signups on day one. I don't think they got, because they were actually, Disney was allowing you to sign up for the $6.99 or $69 for the year, $6.99 per month for just Disney Plus. I signed up for the Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN bundle for like $12.99, but they didn't have that pre-sale. So I think a lot of these numbers were pre-sales too. But right now, Netflix launched streaming in 2007, and they're currently at 158 million members or subscribers, and which is 60 million of them are U.S. subscribers. Hulu. So I don't know how they're going to calculate. Well, I guess they would just. I mean, how are they going to calculate like people that sign up for like the Hulu plus Disney Plus bundle? Because this Hulu subscribers have 28.5 million right now. And then Amazon doesn't really lay it out there, but CBS has 8 million, HBO has 34 million. So, but they're expected. I mean, they're probably going to be hitting 100 million for sure by 2024. I would imagine 4 years from now, 100 million for sure. But obviously, this is my opinion. Netflix on that news went down today. They're at 149.90 today. We have, these are like 5,000% gainers on these options for this week. Even next week, I mean, they had 1,800 gainers, 2,000% gainers for next week too. But Netflix, if you think about it, Netflix went down today on the news. I mean, it dropped a whole like $10 on that, $8.90 on the overall day. But for me, I don't think people are going to be unsubscribing from Netflix, because I still think Netflix has a very, very strong lineup in terms of original content, what they provide the end user. Obviously, they're not going to have that Disney content anymore, but I feel that I don't know if what you guys think, but I feel like the streaming services are relatively cheap. If you were to just own two streaming services, let's say you only own Netflix and Disney, you're still under $30 a month for just those two. Um, if you have T-Mobile, Netflix is $2. Yeah, and if you have Verizon, you get a free year of Disney Plus. So that's nice. I don't have AT&T, so AT&T doesn't give you any breaks. I mean, they just hit you with the fees whenever they want and say you got unlimited data when you don't. But we don't need to talk about that. But I mean, I think Netflix. I think this is going to be good competition for Netflix, and also it's going to be good because it's going to give us more original content. Netflix is going to try to lure eyeballs. So what it's really going to come down to is subscribers and watch time. Unfortunately, nobody's going to really care about how much money these companies make. I mean, no one cares about how much money Netflix makes. They just care about how many new subscribers they get every quarter. They don't care how much money. They don't care that a one season of Marco Polo costs $100 million. They didn't care about that. AU 3,000% gains. Congrats, man. Yeah, I mean, I think that on Disney, anybody that was Disney had good earnings, of course, but as you can kind of see, after it popped to 141 on earnings, it's been holding, and then today it looked like if let's say that news didn't come out. I mean, I definitely think we would have revisited like the 135 area if that didn't come out. But that news did come out. They also said that they're only going to release Disney Plus numbers on during the quarterly earnings, so we're not gonna get regular updates. This was just like a one-off. They kind of wanted bragging rights. Oh, look how many people signed up in the first 24 hours on day one, 10 million subscribers. Take that. But they did say that's the only time they're ever gonna release like preliminary numbers. From now moving forward, they're only gonna release Disney Plus numbers on their earnings calls. So, and $9 or $4.50. Yeah, I should have traded it. I should have traded it. It's okay. I mean, what do you expect? You come off a little break. I mean, that's what happens. I mean, right now I really don't have anything going on. I'll go over. I am up 85%, very small position on Teva. Now Teva I've been holding. I have the January 2020 debit spread. I bought the 10 call and sold the 11 calls. Teva, what's interesting to me on Teva, it's kind of a slower play, but now that it's closing above $9, it looks like it wants to break above 10. It did hit 997 today as a high before it dropped like intraday. I mean, this ran from 960 up to almost 10 before coming back up, and then it recovered. But Teva they had good earnings. They also raised guidance, so it's kind of a slower mover. So that's why I put a position so long out there. So my max profit's around $200 right now. I'm up like $34. It cost me $40 for the position here, so that's what I have on. And beyond, I've just been bag holding because it's basically worthless and junk. It's been sitting in my account for about 2 weeks. Walmart. So Walmart, I did an iron condor play. So Walmart has earnings in the morning. What's interesting about Walmart here? Walmart is at an all-time high. What else is new, right? Walmart is at an all-time high. It actually hit a fresh high today at 121.36 today. Kind of been moving slowly up. Last quarter they gapped up from 106 to like 112, so they had a $6 move last quarter. But in general, they really don't move that much. I mean, the quarter before that was like $2. The quarter before that was another $1.50 or so, $2. So in general, they don't really move that much on earnings. So they were calculating to have a $4.60 expected move. I have show you my trade here. So I have two of these contracts here. per side. So I sold, and then I bought these. I put them on for 32. So premium kind of increased in the last few minutes there, but so I got these for 32 cents. So my max profit 64 cents or 64 bucks. Max loss is 136. You know, so I'm selling the 126 calls and bought the 127 calls, and I'm selling the 116 puts, and I bought the 115 puts. So, you know, I'm just straddling that one standard deviation is kind of what I like to do when selling premium. Yo, bird pooped on me, so I'm gonna hit 1,000% on something tomorrow. You've been blessed. Could happen. So right now, I'm in that Joe's in Disney, Walmart, and McDonald's. Let's see here. I did trade McDonald's last week. It was good to me. Let's see what it's doing. I've been today. We were also hit with some trade news. I don't know if you guys saw that, but they're saying that, you know, one of the things that's kind of coming into jeopardy for the phase 1 deals, how much agriculture that is China going to buy. But yeah, now that actually this is a pretty good trade. So I traded it from 192 up to like a 194 area. Now it looks like it's going to break the 195 area. This had a really crazy leg up. I mean, pretty much dead. They're pinning it between 194 and 194.25 all day, and then they ripped it up at close. That's pretty crazy. So that's an algo pin right there. Algo pin for sure. But yeah, so this actually looks pretty good. Moving back up to the 200 area, you know, I like to see it try to hit 197, so it might be good. You got the 197.50. Nice. GTL Gaming, what's going on? Okay, Health Rebel, I got you. I heard you. Tilray. Tilray has earnings. Didn't do anything. I mean, I don't really see a play here on Tilray. It's just very slowly going down, resting at the 52-week lows here. I mean, just terrible. I mean, this thing exploded. So it's right back at like near IPO price at like 20 bucks. Skyrocketed to 300 just to sell off, you know. McDonald's keeps old people alive. Yeah, those coffee meetups are essential for their social life, you know. Keeps the brain working. Christopher Mullins, thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. GTL Gaming. Yeah, we did kind of cover Netflix, but let me look at Walgreens real quick. Typically, like I don't really buy stocks that are rumored to be bought out. I mean, you can, but if you're looking at like Fit and stuff, Fit's actually down. That's pretty crazy. Fit would be down. So Google is supposed to buy Fit. And around I think what 730 or 715, something like that, 715 a share, and it's now 683. Walgreens. I mean, their 1 year chart. I mean, this looks good for a good recovery. This can pop up to like 67.5. This would be nice, but we'll see. Yeah, Buffett does go to McDonald's every day. He doesn't pay more than. I don't know if you guys watched the HBO documentary on Warren Buffett. Actually, it's probably essential to any trader, I would say. A lot of good things in there, but you know, there's a lot of they go through his habits and how much Coke he drinks, and he does go to McDonald's every day. He's like on an up day, he'll splurge on the $4 meal, but if it's not an up, if it's starting out to be a red day, you know, he's going to get the $2 meal. You know, really, really just kind of a weird introverted dude that, you know, he likes what he likes. At the end of the day, it's I like the one thing that I like is it doesn't really matter how rich you are or how poor you are or whatever the case is, middle class or lower class, high class. Um, at the end of the day, we're all human, and that really shows like I think that documentary really exposes a lot of what like people like that is like a Bill Gates or Warren Buffett or Mark Zuckerberg, like all those people, multi-billionaires, and none of them like are splurging or going crazy. JPM is lit. Are they recovering? I saw Goldman Sachs has been down. Goldman Sachs is down 224. Was hit a high of 224. Now it's down at 219. Sorry if I'm looking up. I have another monitor up there, just so you guys know. JP Morgan. I mean, yeah, they've been kind of coasting down too. Buffett and Trump only eat fast food. I had AU says I had Tilray puts at 275. It went from 150 in minute. Those were at 90,000%. So we just don't know if the buyout is going to happen, if it's going to be. So the one thing going back to Health Rebel, going back to like buyouts, kind of like if you think about like the AT&T Sprint merger, all that stuff, it takes a very long time to get this approved. The board's got to approve, governments have to approve sometimes. It takes a really long time. I mean, buyouts do happen. I think the one thing that the one buyout that caught me off guard was I don't know if you guys are trading back then, but the LinkedIn buyout by Microsoft. And nobody knew there was a buyout. No one knew that it was even being discussed. It was just announced one day. Microsoft is buying LinkedIn for, I don't even remember how much it was a share, but I do remember distinctively because I was shorting, I think it was like 133 at the time, something like that. LinkedIn was like 133, 130. I had like the 130 puts. And because of that buyout news, it ripped up the other side and left my puts worthless, of course. I mean, it wasn't like a huge loss or anything that catastrophic, but in terms of buyouts, I mean, they do take a long time to get approved. So, I had Tilray puts. I've had stock with Sprint for 7 years, one share. I mean, I think that AT&T starting to look a little interesting with the 5G rollout now starting to break out over a 5-year breakout here. So that's interesting to me. But I generally don't trade these stocks just because they're really slow moving. I mean, they're good for small accounts and if you're patient, but I generally don't like to trade them. Amazon had another bad day today too. They went from 1770 down to 1747, and now what I see here, this break here at 1800 just couldn't break it. I mean, it did hit 1813 a week ago, but really hasn't been doing anything. Looking to see what happens here. Maybe hits 1700 again. But for me, I've been pretty much just trading low and slow. I mean, I only did one trade this week, which is pretty terrible. Monday and Tuesday, I was just out of pocket. I was just on the go last couple of days, and that's just kind of the way it goes. And so, any stocks you guys want to look at here? Marcus, how you doing? If you're here right now, say what up. If you're new here, say what up. Try to see who's rocking the UVH stream. Because for me, I just see that there's a number of people here, but it doesn't tell me who. So, cold day. Health Rebel, I just did Tilray. Said the stock is unless the weed stocks, like CGC. CGC moved on the Drake news, but now look at that, just sold right off. Tobin, what is going on? Steven. What do you think about? Oh, Baba. Yeah, Baba. So Baba was down today because they said that the Singles Day. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, but it's kind of like we have Valentine's Day. They have something called Singles Day where they celebrate being single. So, anyways, it's like Singles Day is like Alibaba's, Amazon's like Prime Day, essentially. So they said that the Singles Day sales came in lower than expected. So, you know, that's what happened there. I'm actually going to see if it bounces here at 180. It did bounce at 181 today. You know, it's been trading in a pretty wide range between basically like 160 and 180, so a $20 range. I'm seeing if it's going to bounce off of 180 before putting a position on, or if it's going to come back down into this range and we just ping back and forth again. So I'm definitely interested in Alibaba. I just don't want to go long right now, and I don't want to go short right now. So I'm just kind of on the sidelines waiting for something to work out here. Either it bounces and we go back up, or we break below like 180 and we're pinging between 160, 170, 180 again. Do you? I don't typically trade small caps. No, I will occasionally trade like IWM, but that's about it. That's just, which is just an indice that tracks, you know, the smaller stocks. But ACB, BA, okay. Steven's got Roku. Yeah, Steven, I got you. Roku. Roku's been having a comeback. So after their earnings, you know, they went from like 140 down to 119, came back. They're roaring back right now. So they closed this gap here that they left already. The question is it going to be able to break above 150 or not? Had a lot of steam today though. I mean, it went from 134 to 142. I mean, this is some really nice price action, and you know, if you were holding calls last 3 days, you would have got paid. Yo, JJ, what's going on? ACB, it's not a stock that I've traded, but I mean they're kind of in the same boat. I mean they've just been. I mean, all the weed stocks, I mean, pretty much have the same chart. They're just coasting down to penny stock land until they really just need a catalyst to push them back up, you know? Everyone's bearish. I mean, yeah. But right now, to be able, it needs to break above, like get to like 455 area to like start a reversal. But I don't know. The weed stocks I felt were kind of like crypto, where it was all hype, but they weren't really giving any results, and that's why we are where we are right now. King Jacob BA. So Boeing went up on news. What was it, yesterday or the day before? Was it Monday? Yeah, this big candle here, Monday. That they're hoping that the 737 MAX is back in play in January. However, it looks like it's just been fading this. So it hit 370 up in here, where it's coming back where it was before pre-earnings, but now it's just been fading. So I'm looking to play Boeing too, but I'm seeing if this is going to continue to fade. I want to see if it makes a decision here at 370. Does it try to retest and go back down? If it comes back to 370 and it looks like it's going to be rejected, I'll play the bearish. If it breaks above 370, it looks like it's strong. I'll then play bullish on Boeing. Yo, Abrahams, what's up? Thanks for subscribing. I think I'm just going to watch the pot stocks. Yeah, I know. So I'm in Illinois. I don't know how this is going to impact, but in January 2020, Illinois has legalized weed. So I don't know how that pans out for other states and stuff like that, but I think I'm just going to watch the pot stocks until the U.S. companies come on the market, if they ever do. Yeah, Square. Square is always a good one to trade because for a cheaper stock like $60 or $50, it moves dollars a day. It's always been like that. It's always been like that. But my main concern right here is that the range is really tight, and the question is this going to break below or is it going to break above? I mean, I did trade Square earnings. I did an Iron Condor Square earnings last week, and that paid out because we literally have gone nowhere. Like, it's gone nowhere. I mean, the stock is just sitting ever since we had the previous quarter. We dropped from 83 all the way down, and that's what's pretty much settled us down in this range. We just haven't been able to break out of this range. We can't get out. So kind of like the weed stocks and stuff like that, I think that Square needs a catalyst for us to break out of this range. Otherwise, it's just kind of a churn and burn. However, it does make it for pretty predictable buying options. So, kind of like in here, when it gets near 60 or below, you'll want to buy some calls. But once it gets up to like the 64 area, you'll be looking to buy some puts. 64 to 66, you're going to be looking to buy some puts. So it does make it very predictable right now in terms of day trading. However, sooner than later, this is going to break out or break down. So, I mean, I think Square's going to be doing. I think Square's going to be doing okay. I was long Square for a long time. I did sell my shares in 2018, but my question is, what about CHRW? Yeah, so it looks like they had bad earnings. They're at a 52-week low right now. Let's see where the next, it's definitely looking bearish. I had a multi-year low. I just did a 2 years. Let's do 5. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like in 2017 they hit a low of 63. It's probably going to retest like 65, 70 area is what I'm guessing here. They only have monthlies. Volume is pretty bad on these. So the bid and the ask isn't that bad though, but the volume is pretty bad. Let's see if I don't know why I don't have open interest here. Sometimes my layout gets reset. Okay, open interest is actually looking pretty good, but overall volume on the day is pretty poor. I mean, open interest is 1100, volume is 33. However, the bid and the ask is only 10 cents, so it's not terrible. Expedia, XPE. So Expedia, TripAdvisor, those stocks, they all missed earnings terribly, and this one's coming up on a multi-year low too. Looks like it's going to test the 890 area. Booking actually beat. Yeah, this is just bad. This is really bad. Yo, Sergio, what's going on? Man, thanks for the $2, man. Really appreciate it. Ruben, thanks for subscribing to the channel, man. So, I mean, the travel stocks are getting hit. Yeah, volume's pretty good. I haven't traded Expedia in a long time. I have traded TripAdvisor, and that's looking like the same. Booking, I did trade, which is also, I did an Iron Condor that I got out with only a $4 profit, but all these sites are looking very bearish. I think I would want to sell some calls on Booking. Trip, let's see, we're at a multi. Yeah, we're almost going to touch a multi-year low here. We're on the 29 mark. Squids appreciate it. Yeah, Disney was crazy. BMY. Yeah, BMY, Bristol Myers Squibb is on a nice run here. I don't typically like to buy these breakouts, but because eventually it's going to come back down. I mean, if you can handle the 3 days of pain here, it went back up to break new highs. I mean, I don't typically like to trade the 52-week highs, but yeah, Jerome's speech wasn't anything about policy or anything. They just said we're gonna chill. We're gonna chill on those health cuts, rate cuts. Health Rebel, good night. Take care. Made money last week on that Expedia sinking ship. Yeah, look, J-Rob, looks like Expedia and Trip are still going to be sinking for the foreseeable future. So I might be looking at some trades in there. I've been looking, just been trying to get. Today was my first full day back, so I'm just trying to get acclimated to the market again. Nick, watch AMRN FDA this week. Yeah, the AMRN I was looking at because JDM brought it up in the chat today. If he's still here, I don't know. So they're gonna halt this. They're gonna halt the stock during that meeting. So this could be a good strangle play. I mean, implied volatility is rather low, so you might want to trade something like. I mean, they're expecting a $3 move, so that you could do something pretty good here. I mean, it went from 17, 18 up to 21, 22, so it is expecting that type of movement over the next couple of weeks. So just be aware. So I wouldn't mind doing like the December 37 days out because it's only expected move is 4.3. So if you're getting the puts, they're between $1.50 or so, $1.91. That's pretty wide. But for next week, you're paying $1.25. So I would pay more to go further out if I can get some good liquidity in here. Turns out volume's not very good here. Volume on the call, so it's very skewed. Let me make myself some smaller here. As you can see here, volume on the calls it's very, very skewed to the upside right now. Look at the volume. So the volume on the calls 11,000, 1,200, 8,000, 1,500, and then the puts, they're not even breaking 1,000, except for the 22 puts are at 2,000. But so very, very one-sided right now. So someone out there is going to want to burn these puts. So anyways, guys, if you like the content, hit the like button. Definitely would appreciate it. Getting back into the groove here. We got some content coming out. We got some podcasts coming out. I'm about to sign off. So as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.